These are my runs against the uncollected difficulty Cosmic Ghost Rider, as a way to kind of see what champs work and what options I may be able to use going into the Cavalier difficulty again, as well as trying to figure out how the hell to evade his specials, so that I don't have nearly the issues I had in my first run for Cavalier. This first one is with Human Torch, who is surprisingly a really good counter. You simply have to activate his Nova Flame first, and all of the energy damage that Ghost Rider does, as well as the incinerates that he activates, help to drive the amount of damage you can do. I do believe I got sloppy in this one a couple of times. This was my very first run, and I was definitely still trying to figure out how to evade his specials, as well as a couple of his more interesting mechanics. The next champ I tried out was Void. Void actually did fairly well. He also did well for me in the Cavalier difficulty. Again, I didn't know how to evade his specials, and that didn't really help the fight go very well. A lot of what I did here was just dance around and try to get some of the debuffs placed on him, help control some of his power and the other things that happen. It also helps to increase the amount of damage that Void does as I go through and do this. I do believe this one was actually a solid run, and I was very happy with the way this played out. After Void, the next champ that I wanted to test was Black Widow Clairvoyant. I figured with him being bleed immune, that makes it really easy for her to do the power gain, as well as to nullify a lot of his buffs and kind of keep things under control. This went terribly. I did try again with her, I think 2 more times, and finally got a rundown, but that was questionable at best. Obviously with the team that I had, I just kind of went in and repeated with Void and Human Torch. Stopped for a moment to read his description. Might actually be useful in figuring out how to beat him. You never know. And yet another run using Black Widow Clairvoyant. Starting at half health was really a poor decision on my part, but I didn't really want to use any of the potions I have so that I can save those for my next runs at Cavalier difficulty. That was sloppy and stupid, and I can't believe I did it. And as you guessed, that was the end of that fight. So it's back to Human Torch. As you just witnessed, I got sloppy again. Surprise! And was like, huh. And I looked at the champs that I had and remembered that for an awesomeness, and something I'm not used to yet, Ghost Rider is now Incinerate immune. I was happy with the fact that I think I finally figured out how to dex his special 1. And I've still got issues. You know, obviously, as I'm doing this, I was having problems getting judgments placed. But he was actually a really, really good counter for Cosmic Ghost Rider. I still can't believe it took me 3 tries, but I finally got a decent run in with Black Widow Clairvoyant. I don't think she's going to be the champ that I take into the Cavalier difficulty again, because when it goes wrong, it goes so horribly wrong, and I don't really want to deal with that. But for a better Black Widow Clairvoyant player, she's actually a passable champ to use for this. Looking to see what else is an option, I did go ahead and take in a team built around Havok, as Havok is also Incinerate immune and can do a ton of damage off the plasma feedback, which comes from all of the energy attacks that Cosmic Ghost Rider uses. Mine's only rank 3, and I'm really not that good of a player. But if you have a higher ranked Havok, or are a lot better with him than I am, he'd actually probably do fairly well for this fight. After Havok died, I gave Wasp a shot. That didn't work. And in fact, you'll see very, very shortly how badly that actually worked. 1 heavy. 2 heavies. A special that I don't dex, and that's the end of the fight. Low on health and trying to save potions, I decided, what the hell, let's take Ghost in. She actually did fairly well. If I had more of a health pool, it would have gone better. It would have also gone better to realize that I should have been launching my SP1 to get the crits that I can't get from phasing. But, oh well. My final 2 runs were using mutant teams. I had planned to use Magneto to see how he did. That didn't actually go very well because he was dead both times by the time I got to Cosmic Ghost Rider. But Colossus just went through him like butter, which is why I love Colossus.